Hey, and a good evening. Welcome to Steve Shuttler Media, our coverage of Keota Eagle basketball taking on the English Valley's Bears tonight here on Steve Shuttler Media. We're going to have the girls' game coming up here in just a few minutes, followed by the top-ranked Keota boys in action taking on English Valleys. As always, we do thank our sponsors for making our game possible tonight. That includes the Kindred family. Also, Lifetime Dental Solutions with Dr. Stacy Freeze, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Nicotine Company, Keota Transmission and Repair, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan, Neighbors Insurance, Grant Ranch Grub and Pub, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and also Cassio Rourke from Grimm Real Estate joining us for our broadcast for tonight. And well, look who else is joining us for our broadcast tonight. Mr. Andy McGuire. Let's take it over to Eddie and Andy, the Tag Team of the Year. Guys, take it away.
Well, it's good to be back. It's been a 2-week hiatus.
It has been a while.
The North Mahaska game, I think. But I'm looking forward to announcing tonight's game. It should be a good matchup. I'm going to let them do their starting lineups, and we'll get back to you afterwards.
All righty. Looks like we're going to have a saxophone solo for the national anthem.
South Iowa Senior League matchup between the Bears of English Valleys and your Keota Eagles. Good sportsmanship is a priority at Keota Community School events. Negative comments and acts directed towards athletes, coaches, fans, or officials are unacceptable in this educational environment. Please be a good sport for your school and community. Thank you. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Bears, 5'7" senior, number 12, Imogen Stratton. And for your Eagles, a 5'6" junior, number 2, Izzy Keota. A 5'4" senior for the Bears, number 13, Delaney Hall. And a 5'6" junior for the Eagles, number 4, Grace Conger. A 5'5" freshman for the Bears, number 20, Aubrey Achenbach. And a 5'5" junior for the Lady Eagles, number 10, Kimberly Clarahan. Next for English Valleys, a 5'5" freshman, number 21, Addison Achenbach. And for Keota, a 5'8" sophomore, number 14, Kennedy Jackson. And the 5'9" senior for the Bears, number 25, Kennedy Axmere. And rounding out the lineup for the Eagles, a 5'4" junior, number 24, Ava Dreyer. Jeff Miller is the head coach for the Bears, assisted by Al Mays. Head coach for the Eagles is Jeff Sprouse. Tonight's officials are Pat Mackman, Jay Thompson, and Dave Schmansky. Now please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by Grayson Sprouse.
That was very, very good national anthem there.
Hey, before we get going tonight on the Keota versus EV girls game, do invite you of those who are watching to make sure you share this on your feed if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, X. Make sure you give this a share. Make sure your neighbors, friends, and family know that tonight's game is being broadcast here on Steve Shuttler Media. Eddie and Andy.
Like I said, good to be back, Andy.
Yeah.
Set to be a good matchup. Both these teams, record-wise, maybe not the same, but if you look at scores against mutual opponents, it's pretty close.
Yeah, you're right. These two teams played earlier in the year on December 5th. English Valley got the advantage that night, 62-30 over Keota Eagles. But the Eagles had a really big win last night against the BGM on homecoming night here in Keota's gym with a last-second steal from Grace Conger, layup two-pointer to take the win last night, 60-57.
Imogen Stratton gets fouled. Like to note that she is a dual athlete. She is wrestling and playing basketball this season. It's pretty impressive. I know. I think they just had districts maybe the other day or
Right,
conference.
last night.
They had the Sickle girls wrestling tournament last night.
Right.
Sinks her first one.
I did see that Rihanna Utterback for SK Wrestling remains undefeated. Shout out to the Coach Weeks and the rest of the gals that are wrestling for Sigourney Keota.
Stratton misses her second shot, but gets her own rebound, gets it over to Axmere. Axmere is kind of the leader on their team this year, it seems like, leading scorer. Kind of a presence down low. You can see her working against Kennedy Jackson. Throws one off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Stratton. Puts it up. Gets fouled again. Back-to-back fouls there. Ball hasn't left EV's side here.
You're right. Kennedy Axmere averaging 16.8 points a game. Broad shoulders. Really strong gal here, so keep your eyes on her for tonight.
Misses her first shot to Stratton.
Also want to throw in there, guys, that Imogen Stratton, a two-time Athlete of the Week here on Steve Shuttler Media.
Proving herself to be a good athlete here, getting her own rebounds and putting up 2 of the 4 free throws she had here. Keota's looking to break the press. Grace Conger gets it ahead to Kalupa. Tried to feed it down to Jackson down low, tipped out of bounds by one of the Achenbach sisters. That's Aubrey. Keota ball under the hoop. Kimberly Clarehan to inbound it. Gets it to Kalupa. Back to Kimmy. Trying to feed Jackson down low. Tipped away there by Axmere and Stratton. And Hall bring it up for the Bears. Thank you. The Achenbach to Achenbach connection there. Good job by Greiner. Trying to get it away from Axmere. Hall takes a long 3. No good. Rebounded by Stratton. Kicks it back out to Aubrey Achenbach. Gonna draw a foul there on Kimberly Clare, and that's 3 fouls there already to start this first quarter, Andy.
I'm digging the rec specs on this ref. It's throwback.
Stratton cuts into the lane, puts it up, gets her own rebound, puts it up for a second shot. She now has all 4 of the Bears' points. Tried to get it into Ava Greiner, tipped out of bounds by the other Achenbach sister. That is Addison. Keota ball. Grace Conger to inbound it for the Lady Eagles. Gets it into Ava Greiner, who drives down the court. Brings it around, pulls it around, takes a shot. No good, rebounded by Stratton. Aubrey Achenbach trying to take it in. Good job by Grace Conger. Kalupa almost intercepts that one. You're going to get a jump ball there between Stratton and Jackson. Keota ball. Kimberly Clarion gets it. Gets it to Grace Conger, who feeds Jackson. Takes it to the hoop. Puts one up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Axmere. Good quick hands there by Kalupa. Grace Conger will set her team back up. Gets it over to Claire Han in the corner. Down to Jackson. Back to Claire Han, who takes the 3. Just off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Hall. Aubrey Achenbach has it up top. Over to Addison. Trying to feed it down there to Stratton. Kennedy Jackson gets her hand on it, tips it out of bounds.
And Emily Conger going to check in here. She was really a spark for the Keota Lady Eagles last night, hitting a couple of big threes at critical times and really providing some momentum. So we'll see if she still has a hot hand as she comes into the game here.
Achenbach gets it into Stratton. Addison Achenbach will set it up for her team, gets it over to her sister. Into Axmere at the top of the post. Back to Achenbach, who drives the lane. Kicks it out to her sister, who takes the three. It looked like it was tipped there by Clarahan. Axmere rebounds and puts it up for 2. 6-0, 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Grace Conger breaks the press to Kennedy Jackson, who drives it again, gets it over to Emily Conger. Back out to Kimberly Clarahan at the top. Grace trying to feed Jackson. They're going to get a foul there on Stratton.
You know, Eddie, the Lady Eagles are doing a good job breaking this press. It's that entry feed that's just a skosh late. If they could get that cross-court pass from Kennedy Jackson down to Emily without taking that second dribble, that's an easy layup. So the easy things to clean up for Coach Sprouse as we move ahead.
This EV team definitely more aggressive than what we've been seeing. Good inbound there. Kimberly Clarion has it in the corner, drives baseline. Back out to Grace, who takes it to the hoop, puts one up. No good. Rebounded by Ava Greiner. There's Emily, takes that three just off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Hall, bring it up for the Bears. She pushes it up to Axmere, takes it, puts it off the glass in for 2. Good job by Emily Conger not to get a foul there.
Right.
She kept her hands up, just a good job by Axmere, using that strength we were talking about. Ava Greiner drives, blocked by Axmere, rebounded by Hall. Gets it to Achenbach. The Achenbach sisters, both freshmen, young players here on the team.
Yeah. Going to be seeing a lot more of them.
Little miscommunication there. They maintain possession, though. Grace back to Emily. Back to Grace. Back to Emily. Over to Clarahan. Axmere got her hand on it. Imogen Stratton tips it out of bounds. Keota ball. 15 to go on the shot clock here. 3:41 in the first quarter.
Got to give credit to the English Valley Bears. Really active hands, playing aggressive defense, giving the Lady Eagles some fits here early in this game.
Kind of looking like man-to-man right now. Inbound to Clarahan. Gets it to Jackson. Tipped out of bounds by Axmere. We'll see if English Valley can keep this aggressive attitude going, throughout the whole game.
Yeah, they're very intense.
Inbound to Emily Conger. Gets it to Izzy Kalupa. Feeds it into Jackson. Nowhere for her to go. Axmere right there. She picked up her plant foot.
There you go. Yeah, we're joined by most of the Kindred family, if we can call it that.
It's going to be a travel there on Jackson. Aubrey Achenbach will bring it up for the Bears. Keota playing a 2-3 right now. Good job moving the ball by EV. Achenbach takes it and loses it in the baseline. Picked up by Kalupa, who gets it to Clarahan. Clarahan breaks the press. She'll look to set up her Lady Eagles. Back to Clarahan, takes it baseline. Kicks out to Kalupa, who takes a nice 2.
There we go.
Right on the money. First points there for the Lady Eagles.
Off the snide, Izzy Kalupa with a jumper.
Hall's pass into Stratton, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, kind of tipped around and ended up rebounded by Kennedy Jackson. Clarahan will bring it up. Back to Kalupa, over to Grace Conger. Feeds Jackson. Nice little spin move. Off the glass, no good. She's used that before, kind of a fake one-way, turn around, put it up. That looks like that move's going to work. She just needs to get a little better touch on it.
I have to tell you, it was really effective last night. Kennedy Jackson really did a lot of damage on the block. I'm not sure she'll have that quite as much tonight with Kennedy Axmere. It's the battle of the Kennedys here.
Dodd checking in for the Eagles for Grace Conger. And it looks like we have number 11 and 32. And that's Ada Muse, and I'm assuming Taylor Mikesell. They have her listed here as 31, but I'm thinking that she's also 32. Stratton puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by Jackson, and she'll get it to Clarion, will bring it up for the Lady Eagles. She pushes it up to Emily Conger. Back to Dodd. Dodd puts up a three. Off the mark, no good, rebounded there by Mikesell, foul on Kennedy Jackson.
It was just a matter of time until they were going to call that on Kennedy Jackson. She'd gotten away with it a couple of times earlier. Really got to stay behind her, get better position for that rebound, fight your way around that block, box out, go for the strong rebound, and get a putback. Kennedy's doing a good job on the defensive block. We got to get those offensive rebounds going here.
Yep, Grace Conger and Ava Griner checking in for Clarahan and Kennedy Jackson. We already have 4 fouls here in the first quarter, 1:40 to go. Nice bounce pass into Stratton, who puts it up for 2. Inbound to Grace Conger. Back to Ava Griner. Back to Grace. They got to break this press here. Gets it to Kalupa. It's trapped in the corner. Pushed up to Emily Conger. Gets it across in time. Aaron passed there to a little high there for Dodd. Out of bounds EV ball.
Yeah, I think a freshman Emily Conger, they're really feeling the pressure. She had the right idea to try and move it over. Just got a little too high. Got away from her.
Achenbach to Mikesell. To Muse. Down into Hall. Back to Stratton, who takes it to the hoop. Puts it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kalupa.
The undersized Lady Eagles doing a nice job on the rebounds on the defensive side. Need to get that going on the offensive side here.
Gets it down to Dodd, down low. Puts it off the glass, in for 2. That was a great look. Great move by Dodd.
And a great find from Emily Conger, too.
Just under a minute to play in the first quarter, 10-4. Bears lead by 6. They try to feed Mikesell down low. Kick it out to Muse. Back to Achenbach. To Hall, who takes a long 3. Off the rim, no good. Ava Griner can't quite get a hold of it. Evie maintains possession. Over to Hall. To Achenbach, over to Muse. Achenbach drives to the hoop. They're going to get a foul there. I think it's going to be on Izzy Kalupa. Oh, they're going to call that on Grace. And that's the 5th one, so they'll be shooting 2.
Grace's first foul of the night.
Even the ref's a little confused about this new rule. "17 seconds to go in this first quarter. Achenbach's first shot, good. That's Aubrey Achenbach at the line. Axmere checking in for Stratton. Kind of a defensive battle in this first quarter.
Yeah, it is. 11-4 here. Maybe seeing if they can stretch out 12-4. She gets it.
Sinks her second shot. Kayla Lone checking in for Aubrey Achenbach. 17 seconds to go. Ava Griner to inbound it for the Lady Eagles. Gets it into Clarahan, who's going to try take it down the court. She's going to drive to the hoop. Ava Griner gets it. Back to Kimmy. Takes a 3. In for 3. 2, 1. And that's the end of the first quarter. Good shot there by Kimmy Clarion. Keeps it a 5-point lead for the Bears, 7-12.
That's what we need to see, get these Lady Eagles going on offense a little bit. Only a 5-point advantage for the English Valley Lady Bears, who come into this contest with a 9-5 overall record, 6-3 in conference play, where your Lady Eagles have an overall record 3-10, 3-7 in conference play. So the Lady Eagles playing good defense there, massively undersized compared to these English Valley Lady Bears, but doing a good job holding their own on here. We'll see if the Lady Eagles can get some rebounds here on the offensive board and continue to put the points up.
Hey, once again, we're in between the first and second quarter right now. We do thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. That includes Cassio Rourke from Grimm Real Estate. We thank New Life Community Church in Wellman, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Hometown Real Estate, Grand Ranch, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Keota Veterinary Clinic, and Keota Transmission and Repair. Just a few of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast here on Steve Shetler Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And again, give us a share on your feed. Make sure your neighbors and your friends and family know that we're broadcasting tonight's game. Guys, take it away.
Evie will get the ball to start the second quarter here. Hall brings it up for the Bears. Little no-look pass there. Gets intercepted by Dodd, who takes it coast to coast, puts it off the glass for two. What a way to start the second quarter, Andy.
Dakota Dodd doing some damage here, having a really nice start to a game here. 4 points for Dakota Dodd so far.
Hall over to Lown, to Muse, trying to get it into Axmere. Strong hands, puts it off the glass, no good, rebounded by Dodd, gets it to Clarahan. Lady Eagles playing really aggressive. Gets it to Emily Conger. Takes it baseline, out to Kimmy, who takes the three. Just off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hall, bring it up for the Bears.
Identical shot to what she had right there before the end of the first quarter. Almost got it to go, but not quite.
Mike still has it. Over to Lown. Back to Hall. Back to Mike still. Trying to get it in there. Intercepted by Kennedy Jackson. I think that aggressiveness in the first quarter is worn down on number 25, Axmere. She looks a little tired down there. Kimmy to Dodd. Takes the three. Off the mark, no good. Grace Conger, nice hustle. Tried to get it tipped back inbounds. Off her leg, Bear ball.
Yeah, really great hustle over there, almost into Dick Hafley's shoulder, but not quite able to get it put back in, and turnover going to English Valley Bears.
Addison Achenbach checking in for Hall.
Eddie, what is a pack of bears?
A den. A den of bears. I didn't even look it up, but I'm assuming that's what it is. A family of bears, like mama, papa, baby bear.
The bigger question is, what would it take to be a lady bear? What type of manners do bears have that would make you a lady?
Or a lord.
Or a lord.
It's going to go off of Dodd's hands. Good job getting her hands up there to deflect it out of bounds. Muse inbound it for the Bears. Gets it over to Lounge. Feeds it in to Axmere. Tipped out there by Grace Conger. Tipped out by Emily. Gets it to Grace. To Kennedy, to Emily, who takes it, drives to the hoop. Going to get a foul there on Axmere. Good job taking it to the hoop, taking it to the
Yeah, really
defense.
aggressive drive there for Emily Conger. Kennedy Axmere, you can tell the look on her face. She thought she drew all ball, but the guy with the white and black stripes that are vertical on her shirt there says, no, sir, that's a foul.
I think they got her with the body.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Emily Conger bangs away her first one there. 10-12, 6:11 to go in the second quarter. Second one, no good. Tipped around there. Lown ends up rebounding, getting it to Achenbach, who brings it up for the Lady Bears. Over to Lown. To Stratton. Back to Achenbach, who takes one from the top. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Lown. Over to Muse. Back to Achenbach. Back to Muse. Thought about the three. Good closeout by Dodd. Axmere to Stratton, tipped away. Grace Conger will bring it up. Good defense by the Lady Eagles in this second quarter so far. And the Kennedy Jackson foul on Stratton. It's a whole different team coming out of the second quarter. I don't know what Coach Sprouse said, but man, it fired these girls up.
They are playing aggressive defense. You know what, Eddie? And I think that student section over there is helping these Lady Eagles out as well. We got a bunch of the varsity boys here cheering them on, so it's great to hear that enthusiasm and that support from that group for this group.
Yeah, you don't. Normally, a lot of those kids will show up for the boys varsity game. I think, obviously the more height, but I think this helps them out a lot, just like it helps the boys out when they're out there.
100%, yeah. It goes both ways, and just a phenomenal student section, mostly night in and night out for the Eagles, especially here in the Eagles Nest, but they do travel well, Eddie. You've seen it on the road, too.
I'd like to mention that was Stratton's second foul of the night. And Keota will have it at the baseline, inbounding under their own hoop. Oop, yeah. Gets it to Dodd, feeds it into Jackson. Conger takes a nice shot from the free throw line, no good. They're going to get Clarahan there on it over the back on Hall.
That was a really great look there, Eddie. 3 defenders went out on Dodd for that three-point shot. Hits Kennedy Jackson. Kennedy just needs to make that drop step in the lane and put it up off a glass. But still, there's an open lady at the free throw line. Just can't quite connect. So really nice sequence there for the Lady Eagles. Just can't quite convert.
We have the second foul on Kimberly Clarahan, too. 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Eagles trail by 2. Muse trying to feed it to Axmere. Puts it up. No good. They're going to get a foul on Kennedy Jackson. That's going to be the battle tonight, and it has been so far.
Kennedy Axmere, just the veteran player there. She's got Kennedy Jackson in deep. Kennedy really needs to fight that post out, so Kennedy Axmere doesn't have as quite a good look.
She's going to get a good bounce and make that free throw. I think some of the fans were even surprised that one in.
Yeah, I heard a couple of chuckles next door.
Axmere to shoot her second and puts it away. Back with the press are the Bears. Emily Conger breaks the press, gets it across midcourt. Back out to Dodd, over to Grace. Feeding Jackson. Back to Emily, who takes the 3. And it goes in, off the rim, backboard, in for 3.
I got to tell you, that is Emily Conger's shot right there just off the top of the key. She hit about two or three of those last night, and she's hit them all year.
Eagles trail by 1 now. Muse tries to pass it into 2 Lady Eagles. Emily Conger gets it, passes it to her sister, puts it off the glass, and in for 2. And the Eagles take the lead.
First lead of the night for the Lady Eagles. Conger to Conger connection there.
Hall brings it up, maybe to look to slow her team down, gets it to Achenbach. Trying to feed Mike still, tipped out of there by Jackson. Aubrey Achenbach checking in for Muse.
Eagles still are really with that aggressive defense playing really solid so far. 4.5 minutes to go here in your second quarter.
Achenbach into Mikesell to Axmere. Back to Achenbach. Addison Achenbach, sorry, over to Aubrey Achenbach. Nowhere for them to get the ball into Axmere. Great closeout D. Aubrey Achenbach takes the 3, no good. Rebounded by Axmere. Tried to force it into Mikesell, tipped out. Grace Conger brings it up for the Lady Eagles. To Ava Greiner. Tried to take it to the hoop, tipped out of there by one of the Achenbach sisters.
Izzy Kalupa's checking in for Kennedy Jackson, giving Kennedy a little breather here.
Grace gets it into Kalupa, tipped out around there. Eagles maintain possession. EV went from man to 2-3. Grace Conger's 3, no good, rebounded by Achenbach. Achenbach to Hall, couldn't wrangle it, goes out of bounds, Keota ball.
Just off of Hall's fingertips there, really could have stayed here, but Delaney Hall just getting a fingertip on it.
Grace back to Ava. Back to Grace. Gets it to Emily, back to Ava, who's going to get it across. Don't quite get it across in time. Evie will take possession. 3:31 to go in the second. Eagles up 15-14. Hall has it. Gets it to Axmere. Throws up a shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up for 2.
Good strong rebound there for Kennedy Axmere.
They're going to take advantage of that when Kennedy Jackson's off the court. Izzy Kalupa throws it right into the hands of Mike Sell, who takes it down, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Emily Conger. Gets it to Grace. Over to Kalupa, who gets it to Grace. Back to Emily. Sprouse takes the timeout. Spatial awareness not quite there for the Lady Eagles right now, and I think Sprouse needs to calm them down and let them know, hey, you can take a dribble, you can get it across, you don't have to just pass it right away.
Right. Izzy Kalupa saw a whole lot of wood floor in front of her and just stopped her dribble right at the half-court line. Just needs to get it across, Izzy, then get the help around you and move the ball around. I know that's not her forte. She's not the primary ball handler, but that's, part of the learning process here. This is a really young squad. Are the Lady Eagles, no seniors on this group whatsoever, kind of junior heavy. So, again, we'll pick up that and keep moving forward.
Keota ball coming out of the timeout. Inbound to Ava Griner. Back to Grace Conger. Over to Kimberly. She just set the Lady Eagles up. Grace has it at the three-point line. Over to Ava, just over the hands of Ava. Delaney Hall gets it for the Bears. Tipped out of bounds by Emily Conger. Great trail there. Get it out of bounds. Let her defense get set up.
And Emily Conger playing with great energy over there on the defense. The student section egging her on.
2:37 to go in the second quarter. Mike still has it in the corner. Tipped out of bounds again by Emily Conger. Mike still over to Achenbach. Back to Hall. Over to Mike Sill. Addison Achenbach into Axmere. Triple team there. Right at the top of the key. Gets it to Hall in the corner. Puts up a three. And it's good. Grace to Emily. No foul, just out of bounds. Keota maintains possession. Kimberly inbounds it to Emily, who gets it to Grace. Dodd in the corner. Back to Ava Griner. Over to Kimmy. Thought about the three. They're going to get a foul there on Addison Achenbach with a body.
I got to tell you, Eddie, this Addison Achenbach and Aubrey Achenbach, it makes me think of that Willie Nelson song, Lukenbach, Texas.
Lukenbach, Texas. Ava Griner gets the inbound over to Dodd. I'd like to see her take that three.
Yeah.
Grace Conger will take that three off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Axmere. Ava Griner right there in her face, though.
Ava Griner is kind of like a little bulldog. She gets an opportunity, she's going to sink her teeth into you.
Dodd tried to, must have confused Hall enough where she gets a travel there. Keota ball. Grace gets it to Emily. Over to Dodd. Gets it to Ava. Great job breaking the press there. Kimberly takes a nice three. Airballs it out of bounds. I like the quick pull up. Needs to lay off the weights a little bit. Went right over the hoop.
A little too much gas, but no, the Lady Eagles breaking that press textbook style, getting the ball to the middle of the floor and then advancing it to a wing. And we had some open ladies there. We just need to be able to connect with that and take advantage of it.
Axmere has it at the free throw line. Takes it down. Kicks it back out to Achenbach, who takes the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kalupa. They're going to... Hall kind of drove her out of bounds there. They're not going to call a foul. It's going to be out of bounds. EV ball.
Yeah, Coach Stout sitting on the bench, and he had a grimace on his face. It looked like a push to me, but I'm on the other side of the floor, and you got to support these black and white stripes, so go Zebras.
Hall takes a deep three. Off the mark, no good. On the floor, going to get a jump ball. Good job by Grace Conger getting on the floor. And it's Keota ball. Just under a minute to play in the half. EV up 19-15. Kimberly Clarahan gets the inbound. Back to Grace. Up to Kalupa. Gets it to Emily Conger. Down to Dodd. Bounce pass to Emily. Puts it up for
excellent.
Great
pass.
job by Dodd. I thought she was going to take the shot. Composed herself, gets the assist. Great teamwork by the Lady Eagles.
Way to play selfless basketball for the Lady Eagles.
35 seconds. Emily Conger just takes it out of the hands of Achenbach. Drives down. Puts it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Clarahan. 26 seconds to go. Kalupa takes the shot from the free throw line. Off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Achenbach. 17-19. 16 seconds to go. Hall drives it. Gonna draw a foul there. Ref's a little confused here. You're gonna get a foul on Kalupa. Ava Griner checking in for Kimberly Clarahan. 10 seconds to go. You got to think they're going to try to get it to Hall or Axmere. Hall has it. Good job by Dodd closing out the D. Hall takes a deep three. Off the mark, no good. 3 seconds to go. Achenbach throws up a last-second shot. Thought it was going to go in. Doesn't fall in. 2-point game. EV up 19-17 on the Lady Eagles. Defensive battle from both teams. Keota came out like a different team that second quarter, kind of fell a little flat at the end, but I liked what I saw at the beginning of that second quarter.
Right, just a few mental lapses there for the Lady Eagles, a few careless passes and some turnovers, maybe not getting quite as many defensive boards in that second half, it seemed to me, but they were able to reel them in a little bit. There was a 5-point advantage after the first quarter and only a 2-point advantage for the English Valley Lady Bears going into halftime. So really good basketball from the Lady Eagles so far. Very close game, especially after what the score was earlier in the year at 62-30. If the Lady Eagles can hang around in this third quarter and put together a nice fourth quarter, we really have a game going here.
I'd say ride that homecoming momentum off the BGM win. What do you think there's Mr. Shetler? Man, my words just kind of all rolled together.
I don't know there, Eddie. What do I think?
He wasn't at the Roost before he came up here.
I was not. I was at work.
He was at Grant Ranch.
All right, we are at halftime. We got about 9 minutes to go before the third quarter will begin. We do thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible tonight. Again, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and that includes the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions with Dr. Stacy Freeze, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Nicting Company, Keota Transmission and Repair, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Grant Ranch Grub and Pub, Hopetown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and Cassie O'Rourke with Grimm Real Estate. We thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible tonight. Again, we do have another game coming up later on this week here on Steve Shuttler Media, as Keota will be traveling to Tri-County on Friday. That'll be a boys game with the JV and varsity boys, so you can tune in Friday night for that game. And then we'll be wrapping things up for our regular season coverage here on Steve Shuttler Media on Tuesday, February 6th. As Sigourney will be at Keota. So those are our games that are left here on our schedule for Keota basketball. We'll take a few minutes off and enjoy halftime here at Keota High School with Keota and English Valley's EV leading Keota 19-17 at halftime.
special promotion tonight. All Keota Athletic Booster members get 1 free popcorn tonight. Head over to the concession stands and get your free popcorn, Keota Athletic Booster members.
All righty then. We are back for the second half here on Steve Shuttler Media. Again, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X Twitter. We got 1 minute before we get into the third quarter. And let's take it back to Andy and Eddie, or Andy and Eddie. What are we looking at, Eddie? You're trying to take over the controls. You want your microphone up. All right, go right ahead.
I could just talk loud enough that you can hear me on yours.
Shuttler.
That's right. You took away my microphone capabilities because I slurred your last name. I am sorry.
I'm so sorry, officer.
It was that Willie Nelson reference. He wants to hit a dusty tavern and enjoy maybe a few of Grant Ranch's
Now we're
finest
going to get back
beverages.
to the basketball game between the Keota Eagles and the English Valley Bears.
I'm not sure what that was exactly,
I don't know.
Eddie.
I don't know
think
what
the
it
goal
was.
was to sound maybe country western,
Kind
but
of western, but also not. I don't know.
sound like a really tired John Wayne
Yeah.
with wet socks.
Pilgrim. Anyway, Evie will get the ball to start the second half. Hall gets it into Achenbach. Again, trying to feed Axmere. Double team there by Ava Griner and Kennedy Jackson. She puts it up for two.
3 defenders on Kennedy Axmere there. Can't quite get that shut down.
Problem was our defenders were stacked. Instead of surrounding her, they were just kind of stacked in 3, so it was really only 1 defender. Turnover on the Eagles. Evie has the ball. Achenbach sets it up, gets it to her sister, the other Achenbach. Over to Hall. Back to Stratton, get it into Axmere, tipped away by Kennedy Jackson, rebounded by Ava Greiner. Grace gets it to Kalupa. Back to Grace. Over to Kimberly Clarahan. Back to trying to get it into Jackson, who gets it, puts it off the glass for 2. Great pass to get her set up on the outside. Good move, puts it off the glass, didn't put it on the ground. Again, we're really happy to see the progression she's made on not putting the ball on the ground.
Do you think Coach Sprouse had a discussion about that at halftime, getting the ball to Kennedy Jackson?
I agree. They're going to get a foul on Kennedy Jackson there.
White, 14, with a foul.
He said they were shooting 2, but now they have it under the hoop. Okay, so they're not shooting 2.
No. Never mind.
Achenbach inbounds it to Stratton. Stratton gets it over to Axmere, puts it off the glass, in for 2. Grace Conger gets it back over to Ava Greiner, looking to break this press by the EV Bears. Back to Grace, back to Ava. Gets it across. Over to Kimberly Clarahan, back to Grace Conger. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Ava has it. Turns around, puts it up at the free throw line. No good, rebounded by Hall.
Izzy Kalup had good position there, just can't quite get that 5-2 frame up to get the rebound.
Achenbach
Excuse me,
to
5-6. 5-6 is what the roster says, Izzy.
Good job by Kennedy Jackson getting her hands in there to tip it away from Stratton. Hall takes a deep 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Bears. Tipped out. Kimberly almost had it. Aubrey Achenbach gets it to Stratton, trying to feed Axmere. Tipped out of bounds by Kennedy Jackson. Axmere's frustrated down there, not getting the looks, even though she's got 4 points here in the second half. Playing a tough game against Kennedy Jackson, who's taking a break now, and so is Izzy Kalupa.
Yeah, Dakota Dodd and Emily Conger come on. You're right, Eddie, though. Kennedy Jackson getting frustrated. The Lady Eagles are really playing solid defense on her so far to start the second half.
Kennedy Axmere. You got the
Yeah, I'm
there's
sorry,
there's
right.
two Kennedys. It's confusing.
Right. John and Bobby.
She has it, double team, takes it to the glass, and in for 2. The second they take Kennedy Jackson out, they feed Axmere. They have the size disadvantage. Dodd has it, breaks the press. Good job by Dakota Dodd. Gets it to Kimberly Clarahan. Grace turns her back, miscommunication, out of bounds. EV ball.
Again, just a bit of a mental lapse there. Lady Eagles need to clean that up and stay in this ball game.
Aubrey Achenbach gets it over to Hall. Gets it over the top to Stratton, who puts it up off the glass for 2. Ava over to Grace. Timeout, Sprouse. I think Hall got a little lucky there. They called a timeout right before she put a body in to Grace Conger.
Yeah, these refs are really letting it play, especially on the sideline there. There's a lot of body contact here from the Lady Bears. And Coach Sprouse getting a quick timeout.
All right, and while we have some time, let's thank some of our sponsors, including the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Knitting Company, and Keota Transmission and Repair. We're in the third quarter. EV leads Keota 27-19.
Grace Conger inbounding it for the Lady Eagles. Gets it over the top of Hall to Emily Conger. 2 Bears on the floor. Emily Conger takes it to the hoop, puts it up. Nice little floater jumper? That was kind of a hybrid shot there.
Yeah, Emily Conger getting on the board there. She actually led all Eagles scores in the first half with 6. She now has 8.
Stratton has it at the top of the key. Passes it out to Achenbach, who takes the 3. No good. Rebounded by Dodd. Gets it to Conger. Brings it up for the Lady Eagles. Nowhere for her to go. Emily Conger has it. Tipped away. Emily keeps possession. 16 to go on the shot clock. Cut by Clarahan. Out to Dodd. Back to Clarahan. Back to Conger. Kind of a rocket pass there. Clarahan can't quite wrangle it. Out of bounds. EV ball.
Yeah, I think we had Grace Conger with an open look right down the lane, kicked it out, and then just kind of lost our mind a little bit there on the pass and out of bounds on the Lady Eagles coming back the other way.
Achenbach to Stratton. Good job by Conger tipping it out of bounds. Had really quick hands all night so far.
She has, yeah, playing really aggressive defense with the hands there, knocking the ball loose a handful of times.
Achenbach gets it inbound, back to Hall, has a 3 off a screen from Axmere, puts it up, no good, rebounded by Achenbach, put up, Dodd ends up getting it, pushes the court to Kennedy Jackson, puts up a shot, they're going to get a foul on Axmere.
It'll be on the floor, so the Lady Eagles will be inbounding the ball here. Izzy Kalupa is going to check in, Dakota Dodd's going to come off.
Mike Muse in for Axmere, and Addison Achenbach for the Bears. Grace Conger gets it. Kimberly Clarion showing a little frustration as that looked definitely to be a body, but they're going to just call it out of bounds.
They are certainly letting it play here, especially with the body. You know, if they're going to allow that, the Lady Eagles really need to get a little more aggressive here on defense.
Hall has it, gets it to Muse, back to Hall. Trying to feed it in there to Stratton. Yeah, both teams playing really aggressive. Refs letting them play. Emily Conger puts up a 3, in and out, no good. Stratton with the rebound.
Great looking shot there, great look, yeah. And both coaches are expressing frustration to the officials as far as the contact goes. Kennedy Jackson on this end on the previous sequence, and then the Lady Bears had one on the other end.
Stratton over to Muse. Cross to Hall. Cross to Muse. Takes it baseline. Double teamed. 6 on the shot clock. Hall takes a deep 3, swishes it in with 1 second to go on the shot clock. 30-21, 2:32 to go. Grace Conger has it. Evie back into man. Seemed to be miscommunication on Evie. No one was guarding Emily Conger, but they didn't look up to see that she was open. Going to get a jump ball, Keota ball at baseline.
Surprised we didn't get a kick ball there. It looked like it made contact with a foot, but they let him play on and had a jump ball staying with Keota.
Emily Conger has it back to Kalupa, over to Kimberly, back to Kalupa. Emily Conger takes a 3. They're going to get a foul there on Hall. She'll be shooting 3 free throws.
1-3, 13. Got it on the hand. 3 shots.
Keota's leading scorer, Emily Conger, shooting 3 here.
First shot off the rim, no good. Be nice to get 2, cut the lead to 7 if she can make the last 2. Off the back of the rim, no good. Last shot for Emily Conger. 2:08 to play in the third quarter. And she makes her third. 8-point ball game. EV up 30-22. Hall to Mikesel. Over to Muse. Over the head of Axmere, who wasn't ready for that pass. Kalupa wisely lets it go out of bounds. Keota ball.
The Bears are setting up this full court press here. All 5 girls in the backcourt.
Kimberly kind of telegraphed that pass to Conger. Hall gets it, puts up a shot. They're going to get a foul on Clarahan. Clarahan showing a lot of frustration right now.
Got the body foul here. I thought she did a phenomenal job of staying straight up. Coach Sprouse getting an explanation. Neither one of them are liking it.
Hall shot no good. Hall's second shot bounces off the rim and backboard in for a point. Tipped out of bounds. Keota ball still. Stratton back in for Mikesel. Conger to Conger connection there. Emily takes it, tipped out by Axmere. Hall has it for the Lady Bears. Stratton over to Achenbach to Muse. Feeds it in to Axmere.
I see it time and time again, Eddie. We talk about it almost every game. The Lady Eagles do a good job going straight up, but then when the ball gets up, they just bring that hand down a little bit and catch it on the arm. It's going to get called every single time. It is a foul.
Axmere to shoot 2. That's Kalupa's third. Team third with 1:24 to go in the third period. Third quarter. Lown or Lone? I'm going to say Lown.
I think it's Lown.
Lown in for Hall. Achenbach in for Achenbach.
Eastbound and Lown. Loaded up and trucking, Eddie.
Axmere's second shot good. 11-point ball game. Kimberly Claren, nice bounce pass to Grace Conger. Feeds it into Dodd, who takes it in, puts it off, breaks the press, in for 2. Great job, finally getting that connection, breaking the press by the EVE Bears. Stratton has it, baseline, takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebound, Clarahan. Gets it to Dodd, who's kind of been a catalyst this game.
Yeah,
she about it, she's made shots when they needed. She coming off the bench.
Right, last night it was Emily Conger who was the catalyst tonight, the sophomore Dakota Dodd.
Pass goes right over the head of Ava Griner, who maybe thought there was somebody behind her, but luckily gets tipped out by a Bear. Keota ball baseline.
33-24, 45.3 here to go in the third quarter.
Pass a little too high there for Griner. Achenbach brings it up for the Lady Bears. Over to Lown, to Stratton. Great closeout by Kalupa. Achenbach to Muse. Tipped there by Clarahan. Axmere has it. Over to Achenbach. Foul on Kalupa, that's her fourth.
Fourth foul for Rizzy, yeah.
Fourth for the team. 22 seconds to go. Emily Conger checking in for Izzy Kalupa. Muse inbounds it to Axmere. Over to Achenbach. Back to Muse.
15 seconds.
Feeds it into Stratton, tipped away. Axmere gets it, though. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Dodd. Ava Griner really good at boxing out.
Yeah, 5 seconds
Needs to go
here
for the ball. Emily takes a shot at the last second off the net, no good. That's the end of the third quarter.
24 Keota, 33 English Valley. English Valley able to stretch out the lead there. They had a 2-point advantage at halftime. Now looking at a 9-point advantage. The officials letting these girls play. The Lady Eagles are going to have to pick up the intensity in the second half and be the much more physical team to have a shot at it. It's going to be tough to do with the length that English Valley has, but we'll see what happens in this fourth, Eddie.
Hey, some of our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible here on Steve Shuttler Media include Casio Work, Grimm Real Estate, also New Life Community Church in Wellman. We've got Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Hometown Real Estate, Brant Ranch Grub and Pub, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Keota Transmission and Repair, JJ Nicotine Company, Fisher Family Club Lambs, Vidito Incorporated, Sigourney Body Shop, Sheets Chiropractic, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and the Kindred Family, all sponsoring our broadcast tonight here on Steve Shuttler Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We begin the fourth quarter. EV leads Keota 33-24. Back to Eddie and Andy.
EV gets the ball to start the fourth and final quarter. They have a 9-point lead. Look for Keota to have that spark like they did coming out in the second quarter. Stratton has it out to Achenbach. Bounce pass into Axmere. Puts it up. They're going to get a foul on the floor on Ava Greiner.
Wave the shot off. She actually did make the shot, but they're waving it off. Got the foul on the floor here. So English Valley to inbound the ball.
That's Greiner's second foul. Hall gets it into Axmere. To Achenbach, to Stratton. To the other Achenbach sister, takes it baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Axmere, puts it in for two. Axmere got that ball in between two Keota defenders, kind of showing her strength. Ava Greiner takes it to the hoop, puts it in for two. Great job, Ava Greiner, being aggressive, taking it to the hoop.
Ava Greiner's first basket of the night, 35-26 in favor of the English Valley Lady Bears.
Stratton has it baseline. Back out to Aubrey Achenbach. To Hall, takes the three off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Addison Achenbach. Back up to Hall. To Aubrey. Down to Stratton, who takes it baseline, puts it up. Over the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds, EV ball.
Kennedy Jackson's coming back and checking out Ava Greiner. Ava Greiner's going to sit down.
Looking to get that size advantage down low on Axmere, I think. Achenbach inbounds it to Hall. Out to the other Achenbach, who takes the three. No good. Rebounded by Jackson. Gets it to Dodd. Back to Clarahan. Pushes it up to Grace Conger, who has had an open look there. Into Jackson. They finally get a foul there on Achenbach.
For a second there, I thought they were going to let that play out, Eddie. And I think that this side would have lost their mind if that went down that way.
Grace Conger inbounded for the Eagles. Gets it in. Tried to get it into Clarahan. Tipped out by Addison Achenbach. Kind of trying to force that one. Really wasn't there. Grace into Jackson. Back to Grace. Gets it to Emily. Looking to try to get over to Dodd, who's wide open. Kind of telegraphed that. Stratton intercepts it, brings it down to... And gets it tipped out. Dodd with the ball. Gets it to Clarahan, who brings it up for the Eagles. Clarahan picks up her dribble. Gets it to Clarahan, Conger, who feeds it to Jackson, puts it up, off the mark, no good, rebounded by Stratton.
Again, great your move from Kennedy Jackson. Not putting the ball on the floor, going straight up with it. Just can't quite get the ball to drop.
Achenbach, pass, tipped, and Clarahan gets a foul on Addison Achenbach. That's Addison Achenbach's third. Mike Sell checking in for her. Clarahan to inbound it. Lady Eagles kind of forgot that they were on the other end of the court. Dodd pushes it up to Jackson, who gets the pass. Puts it off the glass, and it rolls in for two. 35-28, 5:37 to go in the final quarter of tonight's matchup. Timeout, EV.
Lady Eagles reeling it to within 7 now, gaining on them. 5:31 to go here. Really good ball feed there to Kennedy Jackson. She almost passed up the opportunity for that easy layup. Luckily reconsidered and put it off a glass to pull within 7. So not a bad sequence there for the Lady Eagles. They got to break this press and stay aggressive.
Again, we thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, X. Make sure you share this broadcast in your feed. Let you know, let your neighbors, your family, your friends know that we're broadcasting this game tonight here on social media. I can't talk, so I'm going to let Eddie and Andy do it.
I think my slurring of your last name messed you up more than it messed me up. Muse has it over to Aubrey Achenbach. Back out to Meixel. Bounce pass into Axmere, who takes it. Good defense by Kennedy Jackson. Emily Conger, a little mental mistake, double dribbles it. Great defensive play. Can't have those mistakes. That could have been 2. Could have been 3.
100% Eddie. You can't have that mistake at this stage of the game when Kennedy Jackson played such solid defense there. Stayed straight up, forced Jackson or Axmere to take a bad shot.
Does it again straight up there. Forces a bad shot by Meixel. Keota brings the ball up. Evie back man to man. Emily Conger has it. Takes it to the hoop. They're going to get a foul there on Axmere. I think that might be her 3rd or 4th.
I think that's 3, Eddie. I think it's 3.
That's her 3rd.
Right.
Team 3rd for the Bears. Conger to shoot 2. Nothing but net. 6-point lead now for the Bears.
Emily Conger leads scores for Keota Eagles at 10. We'll see if she can make her 11th.
Nothing but net again. 35-30. Bears up by 5. Hall picks up her dribble. Gets it to Axmere. Back to Hall. They feed it into Axmere. Kicks it back out to Meixel, who takes the 3. Off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Clarahan. Gets it to Conger. Brings it up for the Lady Eagles. Clarahan has it. Tipped out by EV. Keota maintains possession under the basket. Ava Griner checking in for Kennedy Jackson. Clarahan inbounds it to Grace Conger. Back to Clarahan. Dodd has it up top. Back to Clarahan. Shot clock violation, Keota Eagles. Just under 4 to play in the 4th quarter. I'd like to see them take that 3. There's 5 or 6 seconds on the shot clock. You have it there. You have an open look.
For sure. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's been a while since we've seen that shot clock violation. That was a bug for the Keota Eagles early on in the year, but first one in a while there.
Achenbach puts it up for 2. Dodd to Ava Griner. They're going to get a foul there on Muse. Good job by Ava driving it to the hoop, picking up that foul. 4th on the Bears, 3:35 to go.
Yeah, that might be a big story here as we continue on. One more foul, and the Lady Eagles are going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way out.
Sprouse calls a timeout. I think he's kind of having the same thoughts we're having. Talk to the girls about the mental lapses. Again, we talked about all season how they're a young team, and they've kind of grown out of that, but they get one-track minded, maybe not see that open look.
Yeah, we're just past halfway through this fourth quarter. It was a 7-point advantage here for the Lady Bears. The Eagles have an opportunity here, Eddie. Now, hopefully this isn't one of those games where you look back and think about 2 or 3 key mistakes at critical times that prevent them from winning this game. But I'm hopeful that they can put it all together here the rest of the way out and maybe reel this thing back in and have a chance for a victory.
I'd like to see Kimberly Clarahan and Grace Conger take over. They've kind of been the leaders all season. They're dishing it out, trying to be good teammates. I'd like to see them take the ball, take it to the hoop, take some threes. They may not get perfect shots, but you're down by 7. You want to get another win. You want to ride that momentum you came with off from BGM. I'd say take the shots. I don't think Sprouse is going to be mad if you do.
No, absolutely not. When you have those 2 leaders that have played as much basketball as they have to take the shot when they're open. But you got to keep your eyes on Emily Conger and Dakota Dodd. Those 2 players have really been catalysts tonight and accounting for probably about a majority of the points for the Lady Eagles. So good night for both those ladies.
To Griner, last second there. Emily Conger takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Achenbach, gets it to Hall, and she'll bring it up for the Bears. I don't mind that take that Emily Conger had.
No, she's dribble penetrating, being aggressive. You got to have that. Ava Griner on a foul here.
She got it tipped out, but then caught the body right afterwards. And that's Griner's 3rd. Kennedy Jackson checking in for her. I think we've had more scoring success with Kennedy on the floor. Draws a little bit more to the post. Maybe gives us more open looks. Inbound to Stratton. Clarahan gets the ball, pushes it up the court. Gets it to Dodd, over to Conger. Conger takes the 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Achenbach.
A little tentative there, Eddie. She had the look, double clutched it a bit there. I think if she would have just followed through with the shot when she had it, it might have dropped for her.
I think since both teams have been shooting so cold, the confidence just isn't there. Whereas if she's made one in the 1 or 2 in the first half, that she would take that and not double clutch it. Hall doesn't double clutch it, takes a long 3, off the mark, no good, rebounded by Clarahan. Grace has it, feeds it into Jackson. Foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Stratton or Axmere. On Axmere, that's her 4th.
It is her 4th, and I think we're shooting fouls now. That's the 15th foul on the Bears. Kennedy Jackson shooting 2.
Eagles down by 7, 2:25 to go in the game. Jackson's first shot off the front of the rim, no good. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Stratton, foul on Emily Conger. Third team foul for the Lady Eagles. Hall brings it up for the Bears. Dodd gets it, intercepts it, pushes the court. Tried to feed it in there to Clarahan, tipped out by Achenbach, Keota ball. I would have liked to see Dodd just take that to the rim.
I agree. She was looking for the pass, which was a good idea, but they were covered up and trying to really force something in there that wasn't there. Like you say, either pull up on a shot like that or just reset and set up that half-court offense. 2 minutes to go. You got time.
Inbound into Conger, back to Clarahan. Over the top to Jackson, puts it off the glass, no good, gets her own rebound. Good job by Conger to get back to it. Tipped out, EV ball.
Emily Conger with phenomenal hustle. They're still fighting.
And they'll fall back into their 2-3. Looks like they're trying to do a trap once they get across mid half court. Grace and Kimmy trapping right up top because they've seen her pick up her dribble and she kind of loses it. Gets it over to Achenbach. Back to Hall. Back to Achenbach. Takes the 3. Off the rim, no good. Again, looked like she might have got a body there. Steps out of bounds. Evie ball. Timeout, Bears.
You know, as deep as she was in the corner, Eddie, that's one of those opportunities to just throw it off of a knee or maybe just call the timeout. Hold it, pull it back down, call the timeout. We have 2 timeouts left at this stage in the game. We can't afford to have that turnover on the sideline there.
In EV territory, too.
Of course, we're coming to the game at the end of the game for the girls with Keota and English Valleys, 37-30 for EV, with just a little bit of time left in this game. Of course, we'll have the boys' game to follow shortly thereafter, so stay tuned for that. And again, coming up on Friday, we'll have Keota on the road at Tri-County. We'll broadcast that for you here on Steve Shuttler Media, so make sure you tune in. That'll be a boys, JV, and varsity doubleheader that we'll have on the air for you here on Steve Shuttler Media coming up on Friday. Let's go back. We'll see if we get through these last couple of minutes here or whatever time we got left here smoothly with the Keota girls trying to make a comeback against EV. Andy and Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, 1:44 to go in the game. 7-point deficit for the Eagles. EV has the ball on their end. Achenbach to inbound it. Gets it into Axmere. Back to Hall. They're going to try to drain as much time off as possible. Hall picks up her dribble, gets it over to Achenbach. Back to Hall. To Achenbach. Down into Stratton, who feeds it down low. They kind of lost Stratton there. She gets it in for 2. 9-point game, 1:18 to play.
Quality timeout there for Coach Miller and English Valley to settle the ladies down, use some shot clock, and get
Emily Conger makes a, sorry to talk over you, but Emily Conger makes a great 3.
No worries, my friend, no worries. Yeah, that was a huge shot.
Pulled the trigger. She did not think twice about that one.
Like we say, she's been a catalyst. She was a catalyst last night. She's a catalyst tonight. Dakota Dodd's doing damage too here. 39-33. This is a phenomenal effort from the Lady Eagles defensively to hold these English Valley Lady Bears to 39 points so far. And they really have an opportunity here, Eddie. If they get a turnover here and can come down, have Emily hit a 3, have Kimberly Clarahan hit a 3, or even Grace Conger, we're right there.
I was going to ask you, Andy, some of the student section in pink tonight. What's going on there?
Yeah, I noticed that as well, Steve. I would guess it to be breast cancer awareness, maybe, or maybe it's just a pink out. But we'll give a shout out to all those cancer survivors and those battling cancer. So our thoughts and prayers are with you as you go through those rough things, those terrible things. Pray for a cure for cancer.
1:06 to play in the game. Coming out of the timeout, EV ball. Look for the Eagles to be aggressive as they do a full court press here. Hall has it, picks up her dribble, feeds it into Achenbach. Back to Hall. So Stratton bounce pass to Achenbach, puts it off the glass, no good. Who are they going to get a foul on? And that's her 5th foul.
That's her 5th.
And they're shooting 2. Evie's best player on the bench. 49 seconds to play. We're shooting free throws from here on out. 6-point game. This just got real interesting, Andy.
It got super interesting right there. You know, I was expecting maybe the Lady Eagles to foul right away, stop the clock, force EV to make some free throws. They let it run out there a ways and actually benefited from it.
Clarahan makes her first free throw. 5-point ball game.
I'd expect the Lady Eagles to press after this, Eddie. Maybe look for a quick foul, or maybe Coach Sprouse wants them to play it out.
Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Mikesell. Timeout, EV. 39 seconds to go. I don't think Sprouse wants him to foul right now because it is such a close game. He's hoping to get a quick turnover maybe.
Yeah. I get that, Eddie, but, if you don't get that quick turnover, we can't afford to let 10 seconds to run off this clock when we only have 35 seconds to go here, down 5. Go for that quick steal. If you don't get it, you have to foul. Force them to make those free throws, and then
we do have one extra. We do have one foul before they are shooting. So
yeah,
I guess I do agree with you, Andy, to take that. You can't take them home with you.
No, you can't. Leave those in the gym or go home. You gotta go after the ball. You gotta go hard after the ball. And if you get the foul, like you say, so what? Go for the next one. And even so, if you get into that bonus, they might not make them. So let that happen and live to see another day.
I'd like the Keota Eagles to be extremely aggressive for this last 39 and a half seconds. And they get the turnover. And a foul there on Addison Achenbach, shooting 2. Addison's 4th or 5th foul there, too.
Kimberly Clarahan really got hammered there and ran into another English Valley Lady Bear. Luckily, she gets up and is okay.
That's her 4th foul. 34 seconds to go. Clarahan to shoot 2. 5-point ball game. First shot, no good. Off the back of the rim. Second shot, good. 4-point game, 34.6 seconds to go. Mikesell gets it to Stratton. Foul on Grace Conger. Leave it all on the court, Lady Eagles.
Yep, Coach Sprouse imploring them to go hard on this. Here we go. Oh, we got a 3-foot adjustment here on the sideline.
Very particular about where they're inbounding it. Mikesell gets it to Achenbach. Foul on Conger. And that's the 5th. They'll be shooting 2. 30 seconds. That's Grace's 3rd. Aubrey Achenbach to shoot 2. First shot, no good. Kennedy Jackson checking back in for Ava Griner.
The students section made it sound like Godzilla was emerging from the ocean.
Godzilla! She sinks her second shot. Dodd gets it to Grace. Look for them to take a quick shot here. They need some quick points. Turns it over. Mikesell gets the ball. Foul on Conger. That's her 4th. Hall to shoot 2. First shot in and out, no good. Second shot, good. Kimberly brings it up. Kennedy Jackson takes it, puts it in for 2. That's too much time for 2 points.
It is. There was really not a lot of sense of urgency there. I know she brought it up quick, but, you really have to push that ball, and you have to get some sort of screen action coming around on a curl maybe.
And you're down by 6.
Shot.
No matter, I know you're looking to get the basket. You got to get 3. You really can only have a chance of getting 2 shots.
Yeah.
It's a 4-point game now. You got to hope that we shoot a 3 and get fouled.
That's right. Yeah. Maybe if you had 12 or 15 seconds left, maybe you would try something like that, or maybe a little bit more. Go for the 2, go for the foul, come down and get the 3. But there's just not enough time to try and pull off what we were trying to do there. So, again, it's an opportunity for growth. It's a closer ball game than it was the first time, but this is an opportunity that you won't get again.
No, 4-point game. I think there's about 6 seconds left to play. I'd like to end it at least on a good note. Maybe get a steal, get points there at the end.
Yeah.
Try the old 4-point play.
That's what I'm hoping. Maybe, it's happened. Crazier things have happened. Emily Conger gets it, gets fouled. 3 seconds left. Could we get 2 here?
If you get
maybe
2 here,
make the first,
maybe something,
push it off the rim, catch it, throw it up for 2. I've seen crazier stuff happen.
I know.
Conger's got to make this first one.
No pressure.
Off the front of the rim, no good.
Do you think the silence in the gym actually works against her?
I
here
think,
at home?
and she's been playing tough. She's a little tired. Kind of, you lose that strength. Second shot, no good. Gonna get a foul there on Conger. 2 seconds left in the game.
I was just watching Emily there, and you can tell that wasn't her normal free throw shooting motion. It didn't seem to me. It seemed like she really thought about it a little more than she does. You get in those situations, you have to take your normal stroke to shoot those free throws. Again, Emily's a freshman. She's going to get better from this, but tough spot for her.
Achenbach puts her first shot in. 42-37. 2.4 seconds to play in the game. Makes her second shot. Grace gets a last second shot. Unfortunately, just 3 shy. That's the end of the ball game. Keota Eagles 40, EV Bears 43. I wish that would have happened.
I know, Eddie.
The missed opportunities.
We're so close.
The missed opportunities.
Absolutely.
I think it was a maybe a dirty reffing game. There wasn't a whole lot called until the end, and then everything was called. We talk about that in and out. I'm not down there. I can't make the calls. But a lot of missed opportunities, mental errors that we had. I thought we played well. It just that time we'd have 2 or 3 points, we turn it over instead.
Right. Yeah. You watch these refs night in and night out at the high school level. These guys aren't perfect. No chance. No two ways about it. I'm sure I would botch it up even worse than what we think some of these guys may or may not do. But you're spot on, Eddie. You can't have those. We were talking about it at the end of that fourth quarter there. This is one of those games where you look back and you hope, man, I hope it doesn't come down to a few of those mental errors. But that's where this group is at right now. Is you can't have 2, 3, 4, 5 of those mental lapses and expect to come out on top, especially against a quality team like this English Valley's the Bears team is, who's leading the Sickle East side. So, kudos to the Lady Eagles for making vast improvements over the season. Early on in the year, lost it to the Lady Bears 62-30. This time fall 40-43. What do you do? What do you do? Get better, Eddie. Got to get better.
Got to just come back and play again.
All right, so once again, it's a final from Keota. The English Valley's girls defeat Keota 43-40 in an exciting game. We've got the boys game coming up here in about 15 minutes. We do thank our sponsors for bringing us our broadcast tonight. That includes Cassie O'Rourke with Grimm Real Estate. We also thank the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Dr. Stacy Freeze, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Knitting Company, Keota Transmission and Repair, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan, Neighbor Insurance, Grant Ranch Grub and Pub, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, and New Life Community Church in Wellman. So again, we've got now about 14 minutes before the start of the boys' game. We'll take a break. We'll put it on our graphic for a few minutes, and we'll be back here 10 minutes or so for the boys' game. As again, in the ladies' game, English Valleys comes out on top 43-40. The boys to come here shortly on Steve Shetler Media. and we are back here on Steve Shuttler Media. We've got the boys half of the doubleheader coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned for that as Keota hosting English Valleys in basketball tonight. And we do thank our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. The Kindred Family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Inc., Fisher Family, Club Lambs, JJ Nicotine Company, Keota Transmission and Repair. We also thank Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Grange Ranch, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and Cassie O'Rourke at Grimm Real Estate. About a minute to go. We'll take it over to Eddie Conrad and Andy McGuire for the call of the action. Guys.
Homecoming game tonight, right?
Last night.
Last night
was
okay.
homecoming, yep.
I saw that Aiden was on homecoming
Yes,
court.
sir. Yeah, he was. Aiden McGuire was on there, Connor Strand, Cole Kindred, and your king, His Highness, His Royal Highness, Evan Vidito, took it home. And then on the ladies' side, Cassie Swanson, Emily Sheets. And Emily Sheets is your Keota 2024 homecoming queen. They got the win last night against BGM 87-54, Eddie. Nice win takes the Keota Eagles to 13-0 overall, 11-0 in conference play. We're taking on English Valley tonight, who is 1-14 overall, 0-9 in conference play. One spot better than Tri-County, who is 0-9 in the Sickle East. The last time these two teams met, 89-29 in favor of Keota on December 5th, 2023.
I also heard that Ashton Thomas got his first three-pointer last night, maybe?
AT, the assassin, drills the three and blew the roof off. I don't see Bubby in the lineup again yet tonight either. He's been sick. So, Bubby, if you're listening, our thoughts go out to you. Get better, buddy. Get to feeling better so we can watch you knock down those threes as well.
We'll let them announce the starting lineups, and we'll get back to you.
Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Bears, a 5'9" freshman, number 1, Everett Bender. And for the Eagles, a 5'9" senior, number 5, Tanner Waterhouse. A 5'10" senior for English Valleys, number 2, Miles Rose.
Who's the announcer doing the names right now?
It is John Overturf, Mr. John Overturf. He's a teacher in the elementary school.
He announces the way I would.
Yeah, he does.
Give inflection on the
Oh, yeah.
the home team and then politely say the other team's names. I love it.
John does a great job.
And for Keota, a 5'10" senior, number 24, Sawyer Stout. Next for English Valley, a 6'5" senior, number 15, AJ Bruns. And for the Eagles, a 6'3" senior, number 34, Evan Vidito. And the 6'4" senior for the Bears, number 25, Jonathan Downing. And to round up the lineup for the Eagles, a 6'4" junior, number 40, Billy Kindred.
EV might have the most length we've seen.
Yeah, AJ Bruns at 6'5", and Jonathan Downing at 6'4". Two long, lean frames there for the English Valley Bears.
Vidito and Bruns to tip it off for the start of the game. Is this Bruns related to the Isaac Bruns of Sigourney?
No.
No relation?
No.
Okay.
Steve Scheller with the family tree out. Absolutely not, he says.
Vidito tips it right into Evie's hands. That'll be Bender with the ball. Over to Lortz, back to Bender. To Grove. Mishandled pass. Keota pushes the court, up to Waterhouse, back out to Kindred, to Stout, to Kindred, over to Billy, back to Waterhouse in the corner. Stout not going to miss that 3 opportunity. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Grove, who will bring it up for, gets it to Bender for the EV. Pass intercepted by Mr. Cole Kindred himself. And a quick 2 points. Waterhouse to Stout for 2. Grove has it, gets it into Bruns. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Billy Kindred. Gets it to Waterhouse. Back to Billy. Couple tips there. Waterhouse takes the 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Vidito. Back to Stout. Over to Cole. Kindred takes the 3 himself. No good. Rebounded by Grove.
Good ball movement there by the Eagles. Just can't connect.
Bender to Grove. Gonna get a travel there. Grove had a look, kind of double clutched it. Gonna get the travel. Keota ball.
I think he might have been surprised how open he was. He didn't know what to do with the ball, shuffled his feet, called for the travel.
Waterhouse. Cross to Stout. Takes it to the hoop. Puts it off the glass, in for 2. 4-0, 6:18 to go in the first quarter.
And that's that shot that Sawyer's developed from last year to this year. It's that teardrop kind of runner over the top off glass.
Bender maintains possession. Over to Lortz. Back to Grove. Puts it up. No good. Waterhouse ends up getting it. Pushes it up to Stout. Off the glass. In for 2.
And in true Eagles fashion, we're making them on fast break. Sawyer Stout with all 6 so far.
Runs to Lortz. Bender has it up top. Sets his team up. Back to Lortz. Passes it in. Down into Bruns. Puts it off the glass. No good. They're going to get a foul there on Vidito, I believe.
His Royal Highness, homecoming king, Evan Vidito with his first foul of the night.
But he does make it.
But he did make it.
Runs, gets a little roller off the front of the rim, and it goes in for Evie's first points of the night.
I had never heard that before.
The Keota student section always got something up their sleeve. And he makes it again.
And he did.
They'll come up with something next time.
Oh, yeah. The hecklers in full force.
Downing gets a hand in there, tips it out of bounds. Keota ball under the hoop. Number 51, Kane Axmere checking in. Giving A.J. Bruns a little bit of a breather. Cole gets it to Billy, takes a nice shot there off the corner of the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Grove, gets it to Lortz. Back to Grove. Back to Lortz. Bounces it to Axmere, feeds it in there to Downing. Grove takes it out to Bender. Bounces it into Axmere, turns, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Billy Kindred. Pushes it up to who else? Sawyer Stout. Puts it in for 2. A lot of body there, no foul. I think we're going to get a very close game like we did in the women's game. And Cole Kindred gets a steal, puts it in for 2. Timeout EV. 10-2, 4:44 to go in the first quarter.
Hey, while we're in a break here, let's thank some of our sponsors. They always make our broadcasts possible here on Steve Shetler Media. And again, we're broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X. Our sponsors include Cassie O'Rourke with Grimm Real Estate. She's supporting the ED Bears tonight. Also, New Life Community Church in Wellman, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Hometown Real Estate, Grant Ranch, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, and Keota Veterinary Clinic. Let's go back to the action with Eddie and Andy.
Coming out of the timeout will be Evie's ball. Grove gets it to Lortz. Back to Grove. Bounces it to Downing. Kicks it out to Lorch, who takes the three. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Billy Kindred. Gets it to Stout. To Hafley, who checked in. Gets it quick, too. The points come fast for the Eagles.
Chase Hafley picking up where he left off last night. Had a really great night scoring last night.
Lorch gets it to Axmere. Takes it to the hoop. Bounces it over to Downing. Out to Bender. Taken away by Kindred. Takes it in. Puts it up for 2. Axmere gets it. Takes it. Tries to take it to the hoop. Swatted away there by Vidito. Strand and McGuire checking in for the Eagles. Giving Vidito and Billy Kindred a break.
We also have A.J. Bruns, number 15, checking in for number 25, Jonathan Downing, on the English Valley side.
Axmere gets it, puts up, gets 2. Wide open look for Axmere. I don't know if Keota just lost him. Pull up 3, good for Sawyer Stout. Adding to that 1,000-point career total. Tough D there by McGuire. Grove gets it. 4 guys on him. Had to have an open somewhere. Stout gets the steal, takes it in for 2. 19-4, 3:28 in the first quarter. Axmere tries to get it to Bruns. Good hustle by Strand to get it in to Kindred. Stout takes a shot from Wellman, puts it in for 3. Red hot Sawyer Stout.
And just like that, Sawyer Stout has 14 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
22-4, 3 minutes to go. Lortz takes the 3, airballs it, tipped out off Axmere, Keota ball. Chase Searon checking in for Cole Kindred. Hafley brings it up for the Eagles. Gets it to Chase. Over to Stout. To McGuire in the corner. Tried to feed it back to Stout. Picked off by Bender. Takes a jumper. Rebounded by Bruns, who puts it up for 2.
Interesting shot there from Bruns. He was stumbling backwards. Looks like he actually traveled.
Stout draws a foul. Puts it up. No good. Foul on Axmere, I believe. Stout to shoot 2. First shot off the mark. Quit laughing at me. I'm slurring my words tonight, Steve. I'm sorry.
A little
It was
tired
just
already?
the fact of what you said.
No one else caught it. And Stout's second shot good. 23-6, 2:26 to go. Bender gets it. It's taken away by Hafley. Pushes it up to Stout. Intercepted by Grove, who pushes it up to Lortz. We're going to get a kick there by Searon. I've actually seen him kick a couple extra points in this
That's
game.
right, yeah. He was the backup kicker for the SK football team. Putting a lot of boot into that one. That came off the wall hard.
About hit the news review reporter right in the dome.
Fins up.
I can always pick him out because he's the only other Dolphins fan I know. We had a rough end to our season. Bruns gets it, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by McGuire, who will bring it up for the Eagles. Gets it to Hafley. Over to Searon, who takes it, kicks it out to Waterhouse. Back to Searon. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Gets it to McGuire in the corner, takes it. Back out to Hafley. Nice little jumper there, no good. Gets his own rebound. Tried to force it into Strand. It's tipped out by Bruns and Axmere. Billy Kindred and Evan Vidito checking back in for Strand and McGuire. A new Ben Axmere coming in for the Bears, along with Downing. Hafley has it. Feeds it into Waterhouse, who cuts to the lane. Off the mark, no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Grove. Keota maintains possession. Hafley into Vidito for a quick 2. They caught him sleeping there.
They did, absolutely. Quick hands, Evan Vidito.
Sir Evan Vidito. Hafley quick hands, gets the steal. Hafley takes the 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ben Axmere. Grove brings it up for the Bears, gets it over to Bender. Takes it to the hoop. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Bruns. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Hafley. Man, I like having him back. Hafley takes a shot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Grove. Eagles a little cold now. 25-6, just under a minute to play. Grove takes a contested shot off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Hafley, who quickly gets it to Waterhouse. Billy Kindred throws it over to Chase Searin. To Vidito up top. Back to Waterhouse. Back to Searin. Waterhouse shot gets tipped by Bruns. And Grove will get the ball and push it up to Ben Axmere. Back to Grove. Waterhouse pushes it up to Vidito, takes a half-court shot. Oh, almost. Billy Kindred almost tips it back in. That's the end of the first quarter. Keota Eagles up 25-6 over the English Valley Bears.
Yeah, you know, Eddie, this is what Keota tends to do in these games. They get this lead 19 at the end of the first quarter here, and then typically the opponents can't hang at that point just because of that depth on Keota Eagles. They can maintain this pace all game long, and when you don't have, 5, 6, or 8 guys to match up with it, you just can't crawl your way back into this game. So we'll see what English Valley does to adjust to this pace.
Guys, we had the Keota starting 5 over for the sports section coaches show on Saturday morning, and one of the questions that I posed to the starting 5 was, is there anybody on the team that doesn't have the green light to shoot a three-pointer? And basically they said that Evan Vidito had been the only one that hadn't even shot a three-pointer this year. So I don't know. He did attempt one there.
Yeah.
At the end of the first quarter,
the
so
one probably even longer than Sawyer Stout's average range.
So I don't know. I don't know if that was his official first three-pointer attempt of the season or not.
I don't think
But basically, the response was everybody knows.
Yeah, sure. Everybody has a green light. I don't think it's due to lack of ability or muscle. When you look at Evan Vidito, he isn't lacking in that department.
He just does better on the blocks, getting them boards. Kindred shot off the mark. Grove gets the rebound. Over to Lortz. Down into Downing, pick back out to Lortz. Who drives, takes a shot, airballs it. Waterhouse with the rebound. Lortz has taken 3 shots and airballed all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Kindred takes the 3, off the mark, no good. Billy gets the rebound, puts it up. Gonna draw a foul off Downing.
The roster has Jonathan Downing at 6'4". They got Billy at 6'4", and I would maybe give Billy an inch or 2, maybe.
I think Downing might have an inch or 2 on Billy.
You think Downing hasn't? I know Billy has really stretched up from last year to this year, so.
Billy makes his second shot. 26-6, 7:20 to go in the half. Lortz brings it up, bounce passes it to Grove, over to Axmere, just over his head. They got Axmere listed at 5'6", and that pass would have been tough for a 6'6" guy to make. Cole Kindred gets it over to Stout, who takes the 3. And he airballs it himself.
I knew it was a matter of time, Eddie. Just as soon as they said it, I thought, oh boy, here we go.
The Keota student section's really, really good at getting under people's skin. In the stands and on the court.
They never did that to you, did they, Eddie, in your playing days over in Sigourney?
They weren't as loud back then, but I didn't go out my senior year, and I was the guy who let it to probably one of the most annoying student sections ever in Sigourney history.
I'd buy that for you. I'd buy that from you. I'm sure you were you were good at that, well versed at that.
Yeah. I'd do my research before the games.
Attaboy.
But did you ever have a referee turn around, get in your face, and tell you to sit down and shut up?
I got very close to getting kicked out of a game before, yes.
I had that happen to me one time.
Stout drives. Tried to get it to Billy. I think there was a miscommunication there. He thought I was going to Waterhouse. Out of bounds. Turnover by the Eagles. Bear ball.
Bear ball.
Pass tipped by Vitito. Lords gets it. Hits the rim. Tipped. Vitito pushed it up to Stout. Takes it in. Off the mark. No good. Rebound. Steal. Stolen away by Kindred. Gets the rebound. 3 offensive rebounds. Finally get a foul there on Lords.
I think Sawyer Stout might be going for that 1,000th rebound as well as the 1,000th point. So
inbound to Billy Kindred, who puts it on the floor. Gets it out to Stout. Kicks it out to Cole Kindred, who takes a 3. And it's in. 29-6. Just under 6 minutes to play in the half. Bender gets it over to Grove. Pushes it up to Lortz. AJ Bruns has it, feeds it to Grove. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Kindred, who pushes it up to Stout. Gets on the floor. They're going to get a jump ball there. Good job by Stout to get on the floor and hustle after that one.
coming back English Valley's way on the jump ball here. 29-6, 5:39 to go second quarter.
Grove gets it, bounces it into Bruns. Bruns tried to get it back to Grove. No one was there. Kindred gets it, pushes it up to Stout, and puts it in for 2. Bender to Grove. To Lortz. Taken away by Stout, who will take it to the hoop for 2. That's got to be close to 20 points, Andy.
Got 19.
19 for Sawyer Stout already in the first half. Lortz to Bender. Eagles defense just suffocating. Grove takes a 3 off the mark, rebounded by Cole Kindred, who gets it to Stout, who gets blocked by Jonathan Downing, and Bender gets the ball. Bender picks up his dribble, taken away by Billy Kindred, who pushed it up to Waterhouse, who catches him sleeping for 2. Timeout, EV. Keota just spinning the heads of the Bears right now. They don't know which way's up and down.
35-6, and you're right. It's just relentless pace, a relentless run-out layups here. I mean, I've got Sawyer Stout, like I say, for 19. I don't think I missed. I might have missed a free throw there. He might even have 20, Eddie, but I've got him at 19.
I think he has 19 because he made and missed. He split his
Okay,
one
so he
free
did.
throw
Yeah, he
shot,
did
yep.
split that. Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys, I don't have a program, but what is, for the English Valley's Bears, what grades are we looking at? Like, do we have a bunch of young guys out there?
So Bender, Lords are both freshmen, and then the other 3 starters, Downing, Bruns, and Grove, are seniors.
Okay.
But they have a lot of, 11 coming off the bench. Ben Axmere's a freshman.
Yeah, a lot of them look young.
And so is Kane Axe. 51's also a freshman coming off the bench. So, yeah, they do have a young team.
And in this atmosphere and against a team this good, that's a tough combination.
Yes, it is. Really split. It's freshmen or seniors on their team. There's not a whole lot in between.
No, there's not. We have a wholesale substitution here for the Eagles. We've got Chase Hafley, Chase Searon, Aiden McGuire, Connor Strand, and Ashton Thomas. We have AT in the game.
You're going to hear the chant once they get down on offense.
This student section loves AT.
I'm noticing a lack of Bubby tonight.
Lords takes another shot, air ball. Chase Searin gets it and rings it down over to Hafley. Annie was mentioning Bubby might be sick.
Okay.
Chase takes it, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Strand, who puts it up for 2.
Connor Strand's first bucket of the night, 37-6, 3:56 to go.
Bender brings it up, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Grove. Back to Bender. They're going to get a foul there on AT. He thought about jumping, didn't jump, and just hooked him with his hand instead.
He's got that bounce to his step. You know, AT isn't afraid to get up. You know, when that ball goes up, he's going to be jumping for it. He's got long frame too.
Grove has it. Gets it to Bruns in traffic, taken away by Hafley. I love when Hafley brings the ball up. He's always got his head up, looking for something. Over to Chase Searin. Back to Hafley. Gets it over to McGuire, who takes it. Puts up a nice shot. Little cross the body, throws it up in traffic for McGuire.
Aiden McGuire with a little runner across the lane. He did that a number of times last night. I think Aiden ended up last night with 10 points. And we're going to get him on a foul there.
Three fouls for both teams here with 3:08 to play in the half. Axmere gets the pass, puts it in for 2. He's their leading scorer with 4.
Tied with AJ Bruns. Each have 4.
McGuire has it over to Hafley to AT, who takes the 3 and is blocked by Bruns. Rebounded by Axmere. Lords takes the 3, and he sinks it. Out of the 6 shots he's put up, 4 have been air balls, but he switches that one.
Yeah, Lord says green light as well.
Hafley's shot short, rebounded by Bruns. Gets it to Bender, tipped out by McGuire. Grove has it up top. To Bender, takes a shot. A dart just off the mark, rebounded by McGuire, who pushes it up the court. Takes it to the hoop, puts it up, no good, but draws a foul on Axmere.
McGuire trying to take the south wall of the gym out on the slide there. Kane Axmere with those big shoulders, giving him a little bit of a body, so be shooting 2.
Good hustle by Axmere, though, to get back there on that fast break. The other Bears just kind of lost in the flow there. McGuire's first shot, no good. You need to get him to shoot at least 100 of those a night.
Yeah, I know. I do.
Second shot, good, though. 1 for the money, 2 for the show.
There we go.
Problem with the Keota student section is once you kind of get heckling back and forth, they're relentless.
They are. They got the start the buses chant with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Shot, no good. Rebounded by Strand. Gets it to Hafley. Going to have a whole squad substitution to end the half, it looks like. Strand has it. Back out to Searin, who takes the 3. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Grove. A Spencer Petrus chant.
They brought that one out last night, Eddie. I was surprised at that one, but a bullet pass, no touch.
Kindred to Waterhouse. Back to Kindred. Sawyer in the corner, puts up 3. Nothing but net.
22 for Sawyer in the first half.
Bender gets it to Grove. Tried to feed it to Axmere, tipped away by Vidito. Kindred gets it, pushes it up to Waterhouse. Off the mark, but tipped. Bruns comes away with it. That was a good hustle there by Bender to get his hand on it. Miscommunication there by the Bears. Both of them pointing fingers. Nobody goes for the ball. That's 23 in now. Colton Mikesel. Hadn't seen him yet. Vidito takes a jumper. Nothing but net.
And there's that Evan Vidito baseline jumper that he developed. I was talking about Sawyer's teardrop earlier. Evan Vidito really working on a jump shot there. Nice looking shot.
Grove takes a shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Billy Kindred. Pushes it up to Waterhouse. Back to Billy. Across to Cole to Sawyer. I thought he was going to take that shot,
too.
Andy. Tanner will, though. Rolls in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cole Kindred. Turns around, puts it up. No good. Tip back by Billy to Cole. 9 seconds left in the half. You got to think they're going to try to kick it to Stout. Ooh, or get it to an open shot there. Vidito's going to draw a foul on Grove.
Open look. What a pass from Cole Kindred from the three-point line to Evan Vidito. Slashing on the baseline. Draws the foul. Evan will be shooting 2.
3 seconds to play in the half. Vidito's shot good. The Regal King, Evan Vidito.
The Royal King, Evan Vidito.
Second shot. Rolls around and goes in for 2. 47-11. Bender takes a half-court shot off the speaker.
He was going real high on that one.
Off the speaker, no good. 47-11 to end the first half. Great job. What do we got? 23 points for Sawyer Stout.
23 for Sawyer Stout. We've got 6 for Evan Vidito. And then kind of a spread there for actually 7 for Cole Kindred. On the EV side, we've got 4 for Kane Axmere and 4 for A.J. Bruns, tied for leading scorer. And Tyler Lortz did get one of those threes this drop, which gives them 11. 47-11 at the end of the second period.
All right, so we're at halftime. Keota leads English Valleys, and as always, we thank you for tuning in here on Steve Shetler Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And earlier this evening, the English Valleys girls got by the Keota girls in basketball action. We always thank our sponsors. They bring us our broadcasts here on Steve Shetler Media. That includes the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Nicotine Company, Keota Transmission and Repair, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Grant Ranch Grub and Pub, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and also tonight, Cassie O'Rourke with Grimm Real Estate. We've got about 9 minutes before the second half begins. We'll take a little bit of a break. And it's halftime. Keota leads EV 47-11. We'll have the second half coming up here in just a few minutes, right here on Steve Shetler Media. All right, we're under a minute away from the second half of Keota and English Valleys here on Steve Shetler Media. The boys' game with Keota leading 47-11 at the half. And the second half coming up here in about 35 seconds. Let's go back to our broadcast team. If they're not too busy socializing, Eddie Conrad, Andy McGuire here on Steve Shetler Media. Eddie, go ahead.
Sorry, one of the fans from English Valley was attacked by a giant fly, landed right in his beard. He didn't even notice it. Box elder bug, and Andy McGuire saved him.
Yeah, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but I just saved Steve Axmere's life. Yeah. I know you'll write me in the will. I appreciate you.
Keota will start with the ball coming out of the second half. The Kindred brothers. Billy feeds it down to Vidito, kicks it out. Sawyer Stout gets it back to Waterhouse. Back to Cole, who takes the three. Nothing but net to start the second half. 50-11.
Picking up where they left off.
Just when you think the Keota student section's done, they come after you. Lortz into Bruns. Back to Lortz, who takes the three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Grove, who puts it up for two. I think that's Grove's first 2 points.
It is. Miles Grove is actually a leading scorer on the season for English Valley, averaging 10 points a game. His first bucket just there.
Cole gets it to Billy, who puts it in for two. Great look there. Great vision by Cole Kinder to get it to his brother for a quick 2 points. Bender gets it to Bruns, who turns around for a quick two. No good. Rebounded by Billy Kindred. Anytime Stout gets that ball on the three-point line, I think he wants to shoot the ball. Good hustle by Downing. Tips it into Billy, who gets it to Vidito for two. These EV Bears are not lacking in the hustle department.
They are not.
They're hustling Bears.
Lortz down to Downing. Steve, just run the camera, dang it. You're going to get a kick ball there off of Billy Kindred. Lortz will inbound it for the Bears. Just kidding. Please don't fire me. Inbound tipped back out by Billy. EV remains with the possession. 16 on the shot clock. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Grove with a nice take for two over Vidito. I think he's going to need to keep doing that to try to get EV some points. Kindred drives it, kicks it out to Vidito. Back out to Billy. To Stout, who takes a long three off the rim, no good. Tipped out by Cole Kindred, EV ball.
Coming back EV's way, 54-15, 5:20 to go here. Kane Axmere is in the game for EV.
They try to get it to Axmere, off his hands, Keota ball. Cole swings by him, takes it up, puts it up for two, no good. Rebounded by his brother Billy, who puts it back up and gets the basket to drop.
Seems to be the mark of the night. Kindred to Kindred. The Kindred family sponsors the program. The Kindred brothers play the game.
Bender with a nice take for two. Cole Kindred brings it up. Over to Vidito, back to Stout. Takes it baseline. Nice jumper off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Billy. Put up for two. That's three back-to-back rebound and putbacks for number 40 there.
Billy Kindred doing damage early in the second half. 6 quick points for Billy. 4:29 to go in this third quarter. Eagles 58 and EV 17.
All right, and we do thank our sponsors, including Jennifer Fagan, Neighbor Insurance, also Grant Ranch, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and Cassie O'Rourke at Grimm Real Estate helping us out tonight for our broadcast of Keota versus English Valleys. Let's go back to the action with Edward and Andrew.
All right. I like the official name calling here. Is it actually Andrew?
Yes, sir. It is.
Can we call you Drew?
You can.
I like Drew better. Lords tried to force it in there to Grove. Hafley with the steal. Gets it to McGuire. Does a little bit of dribbling. Gets it out to Chase Searon, who takes the three off the mark. No good. McGuire gets the rebound and the putback. No good. Rebounded by Bruns. Bender has it. Nice bounce pass between
That was a little
Hafley's
quick.
feet. They feed Axmere, puts it up and in for two. That's been working for EV, getting it to Axmere.
Yep, absolutely.
McGuire to Searon. To Hafley. You know they're wanting to get the ball to AT. Searon takes the three, rebounded by Bruns. And Grove will bring it up for the Bears. He's going to push it up to Lortz, who takes the three himself. Off the backboard and then the rim, no good. Taken away by Strand. Feeds it to Chase Searon, off the rim for two. 60-19, just a little bit over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Steal by Hafley, gets it to Searon. Blocked by Bender, and Lortz gets the rebound. And gets it to Bender, who bounces it into Bruns, puts it up, off the glass, in and out, no good. Rebounded by McGuire. Searon to Strand, feeds it to AT, who puts it up, no good. Thought he might have got a body there, but
It was a good look. It was a good cut. Feed down to the post. AT just can't quite convert.
off of McGuire. Lortz inbounding it, gets it to Bender. Over to Grove. Back to Bender. You got to think they're going to try to get it to Axmere. To Bruns. Lortz has it up top. Steal by Hafley, who's going to take it down. Put it in for two. Timeout. Keota to get a squad
Substitution change.
change in. Who's coming in? We got Kalupa, Stout, Greiner, Striegel, and Cole Kindred.
As we're in this timeout, let's do thank our sponsors, including the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vidito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Nicotine Company, and Keota Transmission and Repair. Minute 41 to go in the third quarter. Let's take it back to Eddie Conrad and Andy McGuire.
Grove brings it up for the Bears. Gets it to Bruns. Back to Grove, who takes the three. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Bruns. Who puts it back up. I'm going to call that a pass to Axmere.
Yeah.
Gets it for two. Kindred gets it to Striegel. Back over to Stout. To Kindred in the corner, who takes the three. Nothing but net. That's 2 threes in the second half for Cole Kindred.
Cole Kindred has 13 now.
Grove gets it to Axmere. Out to Mikesel. Cole Kindred has it. Takes it to the hoop. Kicks it back out to Stout. Gets Brody Greiner. Into Kalupa, who puts it up. Off the mark, no good. Kindred gets the rebound, but just steps out.
Yep, I think he actually dribbled it right on the baseline. Out of bounds, coming back EV.
Number 23, Mikesel in for the Bears. And number 13, Gage Bender. Axmere kicks it out to Mikesel, who takes a three. Nothing but net for number 23. 65-24. 6 seconds left. Little miscommunication there between Stout and Klupa, who don't get to be on the court very much together, so that chemistry's not quite there. That's the end of the third quarter. 65-24. Keota with a commanding lead.
Hey, again, while we do have some time, let's thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Cassie O'Rourke from Grimm Real Estate, New Life Community Church in Wellman, Iowa. Also, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Hometown Real Estate, Grant Ranch Grub and Pub, Jennifer Fagan with Neighbor Insurance, and Keota Veterinary Clinic. Our next broadcast comes up on Friday. Keota boys will be on the road at Tri-County, and that'll be a JV and varsity boys doubleheader as the Tri-County girls don't have a basketball team themselves. Some of their girls go to HLV to combine those squads. Got a few seconds before the fourth quarter officially begins. Eddie and Andy with the call of tonight's action. Guys.
All right, final quarter of the night. EV will have the ball. Number 11, Ben Axmere in. Gets it. Him and Miles Grove. Miscommunication. Hafley gets it. Puts it off the glass for two. Axmere tried to bounce past it. Taken away by Kindred. Pushed it up to Hafley. Over to Waterhouse. Nice little move in for two from Waterhouse. Nice little spin move there.
Fakes the shot, little spin, and then sinks it.
Gage Bender there, number 13. Kick by Billy Kindred. He's trying to feed it in there to Axmere, who's been their best move down low.
Yeah, Axmere leading EV tonight with 8 points.
Ben Axmere trying to get it to Kane Axmere, taken away by the Eagles. Vidito takes the three, off the rim, no good, rebounded by Hafley, in for two. That's the second one. The very rare sighting of Evan Vidito taking the three, and you can see Stout there on the sideline laughing. Grove over to Axmere, taken away by Waterhouse, pushed it up to Hafley, in for two. That's 6 quick points for Hafley.
Hafley's getting it done again tonight. Hafley with 10.
Pass to Air. I think it was supposed to go to Gage Bender, out of bounds, Keota ball. Waterhouse with a three, in and out, no good, rebounded by Axmere. We'll get it to Bender and bring it up for the Bears. Grove. They're going to get Waterhouse with a foul there.
Was going to mention, guys, that back in the fall, Miles Grove was one of the very first Steve Shetler Media Athletes of the Week, as voted on by our viewers on a poll. So Miles, a really good athlete.
I'm assuming that was football.
That was during football season, yes.
Didn't know if he was a cross-country guy. He looks like a football player. A.J. Bruns gets it, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by A.T. Cole Kindred back to McGuire. Takes a shot from the free throw line. Bounces twice, no good. Rebounded by Downing. Grove pushed it up to Bender. Grove gets it. Takes it, puts it up. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Strand. Stout gets it, takes it to the hoop. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Strand. Gets it to McGuire, takes the three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Downing. McGuire a little cold tonight.
Yes, he is. He had one of those last night. It all but dropped, but couldn't quite connect.
Steal by Cole Kindred. takes it down. In for two. 75-24, 4:30 to go. Bender to Grove, to Axmere. Back to Bender. Cuts, tipped away by Kindred. Axmere puts it up for two. Good strong move by Axmere, who's been a big contributor there for the Bears. Kind of a lone bright spot tonight. Stout to Kindred. Across to AT, back to Stout, who takes a deep three. I'm going to call that an assist to Kindred. A rare air ball from Stout. Axmere has it out at the three-point line. Over to Grove, who takes it to the hoop, puts it in for two. Timeout, Keota. Another squad in. Going to be Siren, Hafley, Striegel, Kalupa, and Greiner in for the Eagles. And Lortz back in for the Bears. (77-28), 3:19 to play. Hafley to Greiner, puts it up for two. Greiner's first points of the night.
It is. Brody Greiner knocking down the little layup there.
This is what you get with the Eagles. It doesn't matter top to bottom. You got guys that can score. Lortz takes the three. Off the rim, no good.
Yeah, so far tonight we have 10 different scores for Keota.
.242 to play. Kalupa has it. Puts up a shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Bender. To Grove. To Lortz. Lortz takes the three. Off the rim, no good. Keota ball. (79-28), 2:16 to play. Trying to get AT in there. Siren to Greiner. To Kalupa. Puts it up. Off the mark. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up for gonna be shooting two.
Trying to go for 11 different scores on the night. If Jace can sink one of these.
You know what reference I'm disappointed that we've never had from Andy McGuire during these broadcasts? Whenever I hear the last name Kalupa, I want Andy McGuire to say Kalupa, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take. Come on, Andy.
You're dating us. You're dating us.
I expect more. Come on.
I know. What was the name of the establishment? It was yeah. Oh man, what was it? Something in Dreams.
I can't.
Somebody out there, please help us. Somebody text us or put it on the feed. What the name of the bar was on Cocktail.
And Kalupa makes the shot.
Bermuda. Thanks for getting that in my head. Gosh, darn you, Steve Shetler.
Come on, pretty mama.
AJ Bruns gets it, puts it up. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by AT. Gets it to Siren. Siren's going to try to feed Tom AT right here. Striegel to Kalupa to Greiner. 31 is not on our program.
He's the mystery man.
They have a 33, who is Ethan Garrett. I'm not sure if that's who that is. Chase Siren gets it.
Pinball.
Block there. I'm going to give a block there to number 13, Gage Bender. Off of the Bears. Keota ball on the baseline. Best believe they're going to try to set up. Striegel gets it to AT. Back to Striegel. Over to Kalupa. To Siren. 51 seconds. AT gets it. Tipped away by the mystery player.
The mystery man.
The
He's got bright shoes.
If you know who that is, please comment his name in the stream. Because he takes a shot. No good. Axmere out to Bender, takes the 3. Tipped by Kalupa. Rebounded by Bruns. Going to get a foul there on... Going to get a foul on Brody Griner.
Shot clock is running.
So where's 31's Declan Patterson.
Declan Patterson.
They have him listed here as 43.
I thought that's who that was.
Going to get a double dribble into the game. 80-28 final score. Keota Eagles remain undefeated. 14-0.
That's correct.
What are our point totals here?
So
we
I
have
got
11 Keota Eagles scoring tonight.
11 different Keota Eagles. Sawyer Stout 23, and that all came in the first half. I don't think Sawyer had a bucket in the second half. We also have Cole Kindred with 17, and then a bevy of other scorers for the Keota Eagles. His Highness Evan Vitito finishes with 8, and it looks like Billy Kindred ends up with 7. Billy scored 20-plus yesterday. Last night I think he was at 23. So, again, this is what the Keota Eagles do. Over on the EV side, we have Kane Axmere leading all scorers with, what do we got there, 10, 12 points? 10 points for Kane Axmere. So, good showing for the young freshman there. Big body. So, look for lots more basketball from Kane Axmere in years to come. So, yeah, Keota Eagles take it out 14-0. Play again Friday night at Tri-County. We'll be covering that on Steve Shetler Live up out of Thornburg. And then on Saturday, the Keota Eagles are going to be hosting Hillcrest Academy here at the Eagles Nest. So anybody that wants to come and watch a good basketball game, I think Hillcrest is going to be a quality non-conference opponent. And we'll see what happens. But some more basketball to play, and we'll have a busy week next week.
And, of course, we've got plans to do postseason coverage here on Steve Shetler Media. I might have to go out and collect cans from the ditch to make it happen, because in order to pay the bills to make that happen, it's going to take some money, fellas. But we'll see what we can get done here. We'll see if Coach Stout comes out for a post-game interview. We'll give him just another minute or so. We do thank all of our sponsors, as always, the Kindred family, Lifetime Dental Solutions, Sheets Chiropractic, Sigourney Body Shop, Vitito Incorporated, Fisher Family Club Lambs, JJ Nicotine Company, Keota Transmission and Repair, Keota Veterinary Clinic, Jennifer Fagan Neighbor Insurance, Grand Ranch Grub and Pub, Hometown Real Estate, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, New Life Community Church in Wellman, and also joining us tonight for the EV side of things was Cassie O'Rourke with Grimm Real Estate. What do you think, fellas? You think we'll see a Dan Stout sighting?
I wouldn't count on it tonight. Again, not as much of a competitive game as we've had. What we got? 6 games left on the season.
I believe that's right, yes. Should have 6 games. I know we're going to be making up the Sigourney game on February 6th. So
we'll be
those interested in
that
that's a big one. So the Eagles do have a couple of big games coming up. Sigourney is sitting in 3rd place in the Sickle East. Keota also has to travel to Belle Plaine to play the 2nd place Belle Plaine Plainsmen. So that'll be a good contest for the Eagles. So lots of good basketball yet to play. And like I say, Saturday on Hillcrest, a really quality opponent over from that Super Southeast Conference. There's like 30 teams. I'm exaggerating. There's a lot of teams in that conference between Highland, Pekin, New London, Danville, all of those quality opponents in that thing too. So we'll see how that one shakes out. But good basketball yet to be played, that's for sure.
All right, guys, we're going to call tonight and head out into the fog that's awaiting us on our drives home. Everybody be safe. Thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And tune in tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for the morning wake-up. Myself and Neil Crott will be having way too much fun early in the morning. And until then, we'll see you later here on Steve
Are you going to do...
Media.
Sorry to cut you off. Are you going to do
my ending.
Slushy Angels? You did Snow Angels the other day. Can you do Slushy Angels in the street?
If Neil wants to. Oh, here comes Yeah, we'll call it good. We're getting out of here. We'll see you guys. Yes, Slushy Angels to come. I'm going to challenge Eddie Conrad to do one. So
On Steve Shetler Media.
All right, later on, guys.